What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with a few bits of Destiny 2 news and some updates from Bungie. So initially we've got 2 patches coming in this next week. They include changes for Warlock Stasis, other exotic fixes, we have the launch of some raid challenges in Deepstone Crypt, and more to talk about from Bungie. However, we've also got some secret quests to take a look at coming up soon, another hidden area in the European Dead Zone, secret exotic ships, plus a hidden Wrathborn hunt for the season. We can see a new end of season story quest, some curious new exotic rewards, plus other shouts for the season, and some extra details about exotic dawning upgrades. So we've got a few things to talk about in this video guys, and as always, if you do enjoy it, a rating below very much helps us out. But now, let's get into it. And so a couple of updates from Bungie first. And of course a week ago they disabled Vesper of Radius due to it being possible to cast a rift while falling off a ledge. Rift energy wasn't being used, so it was possible to repeat again after execution, and the issue will be fixed on December 17th in a hotfix. So that one's going to be next Thursday, but also Bungie points out that on Monday there'll be another hotfix on the 14th, and that's one to fix a problem where PlayStation players can't see friends in the roster. Also though, in one of those updates, Bungie have confirmed that they're going to be updating Penumbral Blast a little bit for Warlocks. So, of course, a couple of weeks ago, they had a Stasis hotfix, but they said this led to us hitting the Penumbral Blast's melee range harder than many players felt was necessary. So in the patch next week, they'll be boosting projectile range by 37%, and the minimum distance to cast ranged melee has been reduced by 32, which allows you to throw the ranged melee closer to targets. And so hopefully those are going to be some positive changes right there. But as well as these updates, and of course the Dawning, we're also going to get access to raid challenges for the Deepstone Crypt as of next week as well. As normal, we'll have to figure out how to complete them in game, but we do have 4 of them, so there is the Red Rover Challenge, another called Copies of Copies, the Oval Trades Challenge, and finally the Core 4, each of them worth 10 Triumph points, and should be coming with additional loot and things like that, so that'll make things a little bit more interesting. And so that does it for some of the game updates that are coming, but next let's speak about a hidden area and upcoming continuation of an exotic quest in the game. So spoiler alerts for future content are necessary as always. And going back to the Hawkmoon quest, Bungie added a sizable new section to the reservoir in the European Dead Zone. Currently we have seen most of it, but there is an area further into the dam which isn't accessible at the moment. You may remember that during the quest, the crow referred to a ship that has been stashed away nearby. If you go to the boss room in the reservoir at the moment, you can actually play that dialogue and there is a closed door. But it looks like the ship the crow spoke of will be a reward as part of a continuation of the Let Loose Thy Talons quest. And when we look in the database, we can see an unknown collectible item in the form of a ship. And the source again lists Let Loose Thy Talons exotic quest, but that is indeed the Hawkmoon quest that we've already been completing. So again, it indicates that the overall exotic quest isn't quite over, and we both have a secret upcoming step here, as well as a repeatable version of the Hawkmoon mission, the one where we actually reforge the Hawkmoon. And in future, it looks like a version of this with champion modifiers and farmable random rolls of Hawkmoon are going to be a thing. So that's pretty neat, and our best guess is that we'll find something at the dam or get a new quest step on a weekly reset or something like that. And so that's very cool as well. Give us your thoughts about it down in the comment section. And then we get another quest that's going to be coming up toward the end of this season. So one of the spider/crow quests that we've got coming up is called the Final Piece. Probably something that we will see closer to the end of the season, but it's going to be a very important quest for season progression, where we'll ultimately get access to a final kind of Wrathborn target. So looking at the quest steps initially, a big shout for the first step, but it looks like we will need to have a fully unlocked set of lure perks in order to gain access to a final perk. We can see obtain the Seeker 2 upgrade from the crow and activate it on the lure. Then we can see that the lure can now be configured to hunt the High Celebrant, but one last step remains, obtain the Celebrant's coordinates from the spider. So the High Celebrant is going to be the final target of the season, according to that quest at least. And it concludes in the completion of the Coupe de Grace mission in the Dreaming City. So that's going to be a brand new mission taking place in the Dreaming City. And from looking at the trailer for the season, there does appear to be an enemy here that we haven't forced so far inside of Wrathborn Hunts. So it seems reasonably likely that this is the High Celebrant we can see on screen. And once we've been through that quest and completed the mission, collections now tell us that we'll unlock another exotic ship called the Fourth Mark. You can see the source is actually listed as the Dreaming City mission itself. And then cosmetically the ship is a pretty neat looking thing. Of course, from this point out to the end of the season, we're going to see how the crow evolves in the story, but also presumably we'll finally understand the meaning of this cutscene from the season trailer before moving into season 13, which Jinsa recently leaked, and it is supposedly called Season of the Chosen. So just a couple of additional bits of content that are going to be coming up in the next few weeks, guys, and as always, give us your thoughts about them down below. Now though, to mention some other stuff, of course, Bungie have revealed the Dawning event for the year, and I'll be keeping you posted next week with any of the important details. But it will be interesting because we're going to be able to acquire various different gift packages at different qualities. So there are exotic, legendary, common and rare packages that we can unlock, probably having to spend currency, and quite likely the same currency that we'll use to buy the new Glacioclasm fusion rifle. Then of course there is an exotic quest to get the Starfarer 7M exotic ship. So we can see what the ship looks like right here. And throughout the various quest steps, there will be package rewards that do different things. So there'll be different engine effects, and we can see Cocoa, Mint, and Rose engine effects. That looks pretty interesting. But also one of those upgrades is the Shimmer Foil, that's the new shader, and the Sterling Entrance. Plus it's going to get a perk that allows us to acquire more of the currency for the event as well. And once again, these bonuses are individually unlocked by completing different steps of the Dawning quest. And then some of the key triumphs include to acquire the Starfarer 7M, where we get the Dawning Spirit emblem, but we can get the Gold J shader by completing And to All a Good Flight quest, but also Eventide Cheer by completing the Share the Dawning Spirit quest. So those are just a few of the additional kind of major elements of the Dawning event this year. Next week, of course, Trials of Osiris is finally going to be back in the game on 18th of December, and Bungie have kind of outlined some things about the reward schedule. So during the first 4 weeks, the Flawless chest is going to drop an Adept weapon, but on the 5th week, it'll drop an armor piece, with subsequent weeks switching the rewards back and forth between Adept weapons and armor, and Adept weapon mods will drop each week. So it will be kind of a loot cycle, the first 4 weeks having a weapon every week, and then of course the opportunity to get armor as well, but separate opportunities to get the Adept weapon mods, which can then be slotted into different Adept Trials weapons. So hopefully there won't be any issues and Trials will launch again next Friday. A final cool thing to mention right here, but the Bungie Foundation are tweeting out a bunch of different lore readings from Destiny Universe voice actors. Pretty cool if you're into the lore and are interested in the actors themselves as well. These are rewards for Bungie's Game to Give campaign they've been running over the past week or so, and that's surpassed $1 million in donations, which is absolutely incredible. So huge congratulations to the community as always for that, and I'll link the Bungie Foundation's Twitter account down below where you can check out some of the lore readings as they're revealed. For today though guys, that's what we have to speak about in this video though. So give us your thoughts as always, but if you have enjoyed it, a rating below very much helps us out. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to get subscribed so I can keep you posted on the world of Destiny 2. We do have at least a couple of pretty interesting seasonal bits coming up, as well as the Dawning, and probably, yes, a couple of slightly quieter weeks over the holiday season. And yeah, considering the next season will start in February, we've got some exciting times ahead. However, for now guys, whatever you get up to, I hope you have an awesome day.